Hey guys, Sebious here for another Sebious Speaks, my gaming week, and I have to apologise about the horrific lighting and quality of this video. I'm slightly grumpy, Sebious, because I've spent the last God knows how long trying to find the best place and lighting in the house, but I either have a ridiculously reflective face or a ridiculously reflective house and awful lighting. So it's something I'm going to be trying to work on. Looks like I might have to get another camera or something. But yeah, bear with me on that. So I do apologise that I am kind of ascending or being raptured as I speak, which is somewhat frustrating. But hey, here we go. I haven't done one of these for a while, and this is a little bit late because I've been away for the weekend and stuff. So I just wanted to. These are, as always, talking about the things I've been playing and things that have been piquing my interest and excited me in geeky gaming for the past week, which was the week which would have finished on Sunday. So, on Monday we had our first proper session of East Texas University, which is a new Savage Worlds roleplay we're doing, which is kind of Supernatural meets Buffy at university with other weird stuff and all kind of crazy stuff, and it seems really awesome. I spoke a little bit about my character, Tina Dinkelberg, in my last video. She is the kind of amalgamation of Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers, Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Velma from Scooby-Doo. So she likes boys and horses and is studying, she's majoring in biology and has a real interest in the occult, which is why she went to East Texas all the way from Baltimore. Or Balmer. We had a first session, we got ourselves registered and found our halls and stuff, and then we decided to go to a party that was being thrown by some of the seniors for us freshmen, and we were having a lovely time. I was creeping out everybody by flirting with them, which is especially Heartless, who is our goth chick, was not particularly appreciating, but good times and lots of fun had, until one of the guests was found dead outside, ripped apart by some kind of horrific beast. So the members of the group decided it would be sensible at this point, as we are purely just students without kind of weapons or armour, because this is like current times university setting, it would be a good idea to call the police and leave it at that. But no, Sarah's character, who is kind of a martial arts jockey kind of character, decided to follow the trail, and somehow with some insane rolling and no actual tracking skills to speak of, managed to track the werewolf all the way to the forest and have an altercation with the werewolf, which was so terrifying that she was unable to even fight or run away. Bearing in mind she only had her fists to fight it with, which would have been interesting. But luckily the tattooed lawyer, who is a character, was named after a character I believe Toxic's had in previous Geist role-playing games, appeared out of nowhere, shot it, and decided didn't want to talk about it anymore. And that was after she got mauled and taken to hospital. So, looking forward to getting her out of hospital and maybe start looking into the weirdness going on in East Texas. So that'd be awesome. And I'm looking forward to getting that bit more. That was kind of an intro session and very cool. We had the Minecraft challenge on Tuesday again, which was a lot of fun. I actually did quite well. I ended up coming not second to last, yeah. And but significantly beat Toxic, so that was what really mattered. And crazy fun. Look forward to that video coming up later, after the payday and other things that are going up at the moment. But you should definitely check out the QuickTime Blues first Minecraft series and their current payday series they're putting up. But yeah, lots of fun. And when it gets to it won't make much sense now, but Trent, my magic cart of dynamite, was my baby. And the destruction of Toxic, which was all in good fun. Magic has been a weird thing for me recently. So we play, like, I love Magic. It's a big major thing of mine, and that both Sarah and I love, and we do a lot of it. But we went to the pre-release the other weekend, not weekend just gone, because it was just the release the weekend before that. And yeah, the first Sunday was awful. I was playing Jeskai, playing Two-Headed Giant, really not feeling it. I was adamant I would not be playing 3-color, not be playing a clan, probably playing mostly Theros stuff, because I'm normally a kind of a set behind, or a block behind, set behind. I get confused. Whatever it is, not current. But I decided to order in some cards, and I'm really feeling them after going on the Sunday and taking on the Mardu. I'm really feeling them. They're kind of awesome. I look forward to maybe doing a fluffy piece talking a bit more about Khan's Tarkir and the Mardu, but for now, they are black, white, red, warrior, people are just aggro, smash face, death stuff going on, and I just really enjoyed that. So I decided to break with tradition. I've ordered in a bunch of cards, which is something I never do because I'm normally so obstinate about having cards that I've got. Because in the past we've bought lots of boosters, and I've always thought, what's the point of buying cards if we're buying boosters? But at the moment, we're only really doing pre-releases to get boosters, and then kind of cherry picking what we want, and that seems a much more sensible way of doing it. Because I spent about £8 extra, which is just over 2 boosters, and I've got everything I really wanted for my deck. So that's awesome. Going to be doing a video talking about my Mardu deck at some point. So yeah, but after hating it, I'm now loving Khans, going with the 3-colour, playing a clan, current set, and it's awesome. I do, however, obviously have a black-white deck, which is mostly the previous block, still legal standard, which is going to be all enchantment, control, and fake or faux extort. Again, that's something I'll be talking about in another video. But yeah, awesome stuff, and hopefully be testing that deck out tonight if we get the chance with a couple of friends, which would be awesome, ahead of kind of giving it its proper debut on Friday Night Magic. So that's cool. Other card game stuff I'm playing, a bit more Hearthstone. Kind of been in and out of Hearthstone recently. I was really obsessed with it for a very long time, very obsessed. But now it's a good thing past time when I get the chance. But sad news with the update, the Starving Buzzards epically smashed with the nerf bat, which is kind of sad time. So their mana cost has been nerfed. So they were 2-drop, 2/1, and every time you play a beast, you get to draw a card. Sounds fair enough. If you unleash the hounds, or have a snake trap, or just lots of things you can put down, that's an incredible amount of cards, especially if you stack 2 of them up, which is obviously the deck max you can have. So that was kind of awesome. But they've decided it was too good, and they decided to make it rather go from 2 to 5. It's now 5-drop. You have got a 3/2 now, so it's got +1/+1, I suppose, to its power and toughness. But now it's a 5-drop. It really makes me wonder if I want to keep them in my deck, or if I have to take other more expensive things out of the deck to keep them in. Because before, you could just whack it down, didn't really matter, get some stuff on top of it. Now, to get some actual use of it, you really have to think, okay, I'll hold on to that, and that's a 5. I don't want to drop it now, because I'm going to kill it. So I'll have to hold it for 6 with a ball, get 1 extra card. That seems silly. So you're really thinking you need at least 8, so you can get the Unleash the Hounds or something. It's tricky, it's awkward. I understand why they've done it, and I appreciate Blizzard kind of taking on board cards and kind of reacting to them. The other one they changed was Leroy Jenkins. It's not a card I really use or have actually had, so I'm not really going to talk about that. But Leroy Jenkins had a bit of a change as well. But Starving Buzzard has been beefed up, but he costs a lot more, and it's kind of sad times, to be honest, for me. Other things, we played Battlestar Galactica, the board game again, across the weekend with Sarah's family. A number of things arose from this that were rather hilarious. Sarah was playing Hilo, and because there were so many of us, we nearly got to the point where we were all starved before she even joined. And she even said, "God, so we're all going to die of starvation before I've even reached the ship," because obviously Hilo doesn't start on Battlestar Galactica. He comes in a turn later to represent how obviously he is on Caprica. That's not really spoiler, it happens right at the beginning. So yeah, but lots of good fun. Other things come up. I do not know the rules in the slightest. I kept trying to use executive orders and various things just completely horrifically wrong. Although luckily Lee was paying attention and kind of organised things a bit better. But we're still learning, and yeah, other things that were beautiful from the game though. Every possible iteration that was not Cylon for Cylons came up, mostly from Sarah's parents. So we had Cybuggers, cyclones, cyborgs. It was, yeah, ridiculous, but a lot of fun. And it's one of those games. It's rather complicated. You've got to get everyone into the place and understanding what's going on before it really is much fun. But it's awesome, and I can't wait to play more. And we're definitely going to organise a big Alice Index game on Vassal at some point soon, because we need to do that, and because it's just awesome. Oh, and the other thing, I kept a running tally of accusations. We had 51 accusations in our game. I will admit that a lot of them came from me, and a lot of them may have been repeat accusations, but 51 accusations of people being silenced, whether it was direct or deflected, or other things like that. Good fun, madness, and I can't wait to play more. Speaking of madness, we've become mad. I have become mad. I've become ridiculously obsessed with the NFL Fantasy Alice Index League we're running at the moment. One, because I am 4-0. Thank you. Seriously, leading the guys there. But I don't want to get fantasy hubris because the season is early and there's many other things that could happen. But we've been watching The League, which is the awesome comedy show about fantasy football league, and it's just making me more like the guys in the show, more obsessed and more mental. Like over the weekend, I was checking updates on Vernon Davis constantly, and just finally decided not to play him, which was good because he did play, but then he got injured again straight away, which was just ridiculous. But looking forward to seeing how things go. The Ravens obviously did amazingly. My man Steve Smith Senior just taking it down, just awesomely, and doing good stuff. I'm just loving the fantasy. We're still doing our football, soccer, fantasy stuff with our other kind of magic group, and I'm kind of fourth in that, but my heart and soul is in the NFL draft, NFL Fantasy League right now, and it's just awesome. I can't even wait. I'm really looking forward to this season being over and getting to the next one and drafting properly, because drafting the Seahawks defense in the 4th round was a bad shout, and I wish I hadn't done it. I feel quite ashamed. But other things, moving on from the fantasy is Madden. We finally started playing some of the EA Access games we have, and Madden 25 I'm loving, and I can't wait to play Madden 15. But yeah, just awesome, and just really kind of getting to appreciate how epic it is having EA Access for 20 quid for the year, and having these games and having these trials. I just can't wait to actually start using the trials for FIFA 15 and Madden 15 to see what's going on with those. So yeah. Oh, and the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which I'm going to talk about very briefly because I need to talk about it properly in its own video, was that luckily over the weekend Lee was very kind and let me get my hands on his The End Times, the Warhammer Fantasy The End Times Book 1 of Nagash, which is just beautiful and incredible, and I feel it was like a religious experience. It's changed my life. So the armor book's awesome. Obviously got the rules for Nagash and all that stuff, and I'll talk about that more specifically in a video about it. But the fluff book is like 300 pages of pure joy, and the preface giving the perspective of the things leading up to Nagash coming back from each faction's kind of point of view is sumptuous, and I will be talking about that more in depth with some pictures and stuff another time, because the hairs were up on my arm, my eyes were popping out of my head. It's just amazingly well written, really beautiful maps, all that good stuff. But I will talk about that another time. I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I apologise about the lighting and stuff again. Things, just light and walls and whiteness and my own shiny face just seem to be conspiring against me. And I will try and sort that out for another time. But I thought it best, like, I'd rather keep doing these videos than stop until I can get something to make them better. I want to keep up with doing some things a bit more, because I've been really unwell recently and not been able to do so much. So I'm excited to be doing a bit more now. So yeah, once again, I'm Sebious. This has been my gaming week, just talking about stuff that I've been doing and piquing my interest. As always, it's for Alice Index, a place for all things geeky gaming. That's AliceIndex.com. We're mainly based on Tumblr if you want to get hold of us or want to get involved in the blog in some way. If you have an idea for a regular article or video, anything you want to do, or if you ever want to share something that's one-off, please get hold of us on Tumblr. But we are also on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all that good stuff. And we've got tabletop, card games, video games, board games, the fantasy stuff. There's all sorts of stuff on there. Geeky gaming, if it is, we love it. It's on there. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.